But the issue is not necessarily restoration. The issue for most of you miss God in the process of restoration. You see, restoration is not an event one where I touch you. When I touch you, I'm touching you and in a journey of restoration. Amen. So it is not just be restored, I receive, be restored, let it be, and then you walk. No. No. Restoration. Restoration is a process. It's not something like, oh, yeah, let it be. No. It's a process. Even God had to go through the same process. Harashaba in the book of Genesis chapter 1, let there be. Verse 1, for God in the beginning, God created, and then heavens, and then, but why are you going to heaven? What about the heavens? Restoration, brethren, is a process. When he now said, let there be, Nasa created, now look, am I seeing somebody here? Now look, when you look at it, the earth was without form. Then go verse 1, in the beginning God created. So if we told you the old we don't know. Not only that, God has been restoring. But I need you to understand that you lose God in the process. Verse 26.
Genesis 1 verse 26. Then God said, let us make human beings in our image, to be like us. They will reign over the fish in the sea, the bird in the sky, the livestock, all the wild animals on the earth, and the small animals that carry along the ground. So God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them.
Male and female, he created them. In the image of God, he created them, male and female. He looked at him and said, this is me. I have now made myself. I created in my image. Let us make a man. That's the plan of God. Beautiful plan. I want a man to be like me. I want him to rule. Let me make a man in my own image. Chapter 3, the first verse.
Chapter 3, verse 1. The serpent was the shrewdest of all the animals the Lord has made. One day he asked the woman, did God really say you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees? Of course we may eat fruit from the tree in the garden. The woman replied, it's only the fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden that we are not allowed to eat. God said, you must not eat it or even touch it. If you do, you will die. You won't die, the serpent replied.
You won't die, the serpent replied to the woman.
God knows that your eyes will be open as soon as you eat it. And you will be like God, knowing both good and evil. The woman was convinced. She saw that the tree was beautiful and its fruit looked delicious. And she wanted the wisdom it would give her. So she took some of the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to her husband, who was with her.
She looked at it. I don't know whether I should blame them or not. I personally don't really blame them. Because they had no knowledge of evil. You need to understand. They didn't know what evil is. But when you don't know it, you become oblivious to it. So, they don't know evil. Which means, even lesser than Arma wanna eat. It's not there. Because they don't know evil. They don't know what is possible or not suppose. At this time, there was no such thing. Everything was good and perfect. It was all with good intentions. So it gives one mixed emotions to say, oh, what's supposed to be done when it's like this? There's no way they could have said no. It's not possible. Because they would have never thought, oh, it's supposed. Because they've never seen a person. Am I taking somebody? They did not know definition of pros. And they took the tree and they ate. And the Bible says that their eyes were open. And now they have the knowledge of good and evil. But now there's a problem. God then kissed the ground. God then took them out of Eden, which means pleasantness. A place where God is happy. Delight. That's Eden. He took them out of Eden. And then when Jesus comes, he says, in Jesus, I am well pleased. You realize that he's the Eden. He's the garden of Eden.
Amen.
But something happened there. They lost their relationship with God. They lost their connection. He would walk during the day to spend time with them and sit and say, guys, how was your day? And they would talk face to face with God. They lost all of that. They lost access to God. They lost a way to God. They lost the ability to talk to God at that level. Access can do that to you. Access, when you are given access into the presence of God, when you are given access into God, when you are given access to the servant of God, access is a way of causing you to take it for granted. Access is dangerous. But the moment we human, you start taking for granted what you used to honor. Look at how easy it was for them to just disrespect God because of access. So they lost it. So be careful when you are given access. Live with him. The moment you have access to God, some of you wouldn't lie. You wouldn't lie to your pastor. You wouldn't lie to church. You wouldn't lie. When you start going to church, you are so committed and so faithful. Whenever it's easy to say anything anyhow. So so much. Access, brethren, is dangerous. When you have it, you take it for granted.
Amen.
So access, those who have access to the Spirit of God, be careful. Access has a way of making you take it for granted. You will just start taking for granted and you feel like this is my friend. That's the danger of access. And when it's taken from you, the rebellion that comes upon you, a rebellious son with great potential is still rebellious. I made the mistake in the past of choosing potential instead of honor. Rebellion is rebellion, not potential. Come on, brother. Give the Lord a little. How much God loved the world. He gave his son, his one and only son. And this is why, so that no one need to be destroyed. By believing in him, anyone can have a whole and lasting life. God didn't go through all this trouble of sending his son merely to point an accusing finger, telling the world how bad it is. He came to help, to put the world in order and right again. Even God had to go through the process of restoration. But the most important thing is understanding what restoration is a process. And along your way of restoration, you are going to have things that are not close. Saying what if it's all right? No, man, come, let's do this. No, Jesus, you are not going to the cross as Peter. You call that love, but it was distraction from restoration. No, Jesus, change this rock into bread. Come on, you are God. Make it bread. Break your fast. Says, I am here to restore men back to the Father. And I will not be distracted by the restoration that must take place. The enemy will not distract me. The enemy will not remove it from my focus. Brethren, restoration is a process. You've lost your spiritual life, your family has lost money you know nothing about. Satan has stolen so much from you and your family. But in your journey of restoration, understand what you will be fought. In your journey of restoration, understand what will be addicted to, and they will say, no, forget about it. Brethren, in this time and this season of restoration, as I pray for you today, and God is saying is going to restore you, restore your life, restore your finances. Understand that some of you are not seeing full restoration because on the journey you get distracted. On the journey you listen to the Tobias. On the journey you allow the devil to tell you, I love you, come on, don't go to the cross, come on. On the journey you allow the people, after multiplying the bread, for the people to say, we want to make you our king. And you forget that it's not about you. If God blesses you, will He get the glory or will you get the glory? If God increases you, will you say, I'm the smartest? Will you say, I'm the most brilliant?